three amigos. Alafia, peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Welcome to another episode of the African Spirituality Experience, and actually, it's the African Spirituality Experience plus the what is it? Orisha Stone podcast.
Yeah, you can say that. Esoteric TV.
And then Uncle Hank, your what is yours?
Magnets, crystals, pyramids, family. We got some news for you tonight. It's a different program. Listen close.
Yeah. So real quick, family, before we get all the way in, shout out to the tribe. Shout out to everybody that loves the sport, the private communities, the Patreon community, the YouTube community, Orisha Stones community, Pyramid Stones and Crystals community. Family, we got a major a conflict of interest took place, but Mercury retrograde is definitely retrograding. Boy, it's retrograding because I've been dealing with it since it got here, and I'm still dealing with it. And so with that, without further ado, we had a major scheduling conflict with Dr. Phil Valentine. So I apologize, family, to all three platforms. But this stuff happens. It's happened to me many times, multiple times. So I ask that y'all share some grace with us because Dr. Valentine did reassure all of us that he will be here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We had to move it to tomorrow because there was some major scheduling conflict. So with that, without further ado, tribe, Stone, Uncle Hank, y'all want to chop it up with the good people real quick while we in here tonight?
Peace and blessings to the tribe. Peace and blessings to the clan.
Yes, sir.
I was gonna say how y'all feeling, but the OG just corrected me on my grammar. We ain't supposed to worry about how we feeling. We just be.
Hey, you gotta let me know
let's be acoustically correct.
Yes, sir.
My brothers, Ashe, Assalamu alaikum, praise the Lord, Shalom, to all my family. Listen, us brothers, we got to be very mindful of the words we use when brothers greet brothers in the 2000s. I grew up in the era where brothers initially in the 70s was saying, "What's happening, brother?" Then it became, "What's up?" I don't know what happened if the brothers started wearing skirts and saying, "How you feeling, brother?" We got to change that, family. We got 3 platforms happening right now. And it really, if you check out the way it sounds, it just don't sound right. We came from the revolution of the 60s and the 70s, and now we down to how you feeling? Marvin Gaye, Temptation, they never said, "How you feeling?" They said, "What's happening?" I'm just saying, let's bring a little awareness. Since when do we become as black men pansies to saying how we feeling when that's acoustically for sisters? How you feeling? I say, hold fast to your testosterone. Drink your tea. Hotep. Assalamu alaikum. Ivani Ghani. Drop that feeling. That's from that poison in the water, in the plastic, in the food. Effeminizing, bending and twisting the masculine principle to be conforming to the fallen gods of media influence. Funk that. That's all I want to say. Baba Phil Valentine, Magnets, Crystals, Pyramids will be on tomorrow at 9 p.m. Go ahead, Ifa Stone. Go ahead, Orisha Stone. I'm sitting back. I'm lighting my cigar too.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, me, I always got something to talk about. But Stone, I'm gonna give you the floor, man, and let you chop it up with the tribe and share what you had, while we're here tonight.
He said, "Sisters, how y'all feeling? Brothers, y'all all right?" No, man. I don't know. We were going to tap in with Dr. Phil Valentine, let him do his thing tonight. But it's always a pleasure to be on there with two other guys being the Outshaden Network and Madness Crystals and Pyramids. So just to get that out there, mineral report, look up the stocks on silver and gold right now. Go get you a piece of silver. An ounce of silver right now is probably around 50 and some change, give or take. So go get you an ounce of silver and thank me in about 2 to 3 months, because the price correction right now, especially with the White House is on fire. I don't know if you, and like I said, we don't know nothing about nothing, right? But with everything that's going on right now in their 3D world, we need to most definitely preparing ourselves. I mean, if you're not already ready for the price correction of a lot of earth metal minerals, being gold, silver, and everything else. But even though gold is super crazy right now, go get you a gram of gold. A gram of gold is anywhere from 130 to 150. Go get you an ounce of silver. An ounce of silver right now is $50, about $50 an ounce. And in 6 months from now, 1 ounce of silver might be able to buy you a house. That's what they're talking about right now. 1 ounce of gold might be able to buy you some land. You see what I'm saying? That's called God's correction. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say God's money is gold and silver, and they're looking into it now. You do know they discontinue pennies, right?
I did not know that. Nope.
Well, for everybody get them Legba altars stocked up with pennies. And look, Legba comes through in the future once again when he told you hold them pennies down for him, because as we speak right now, pennies are going up on the market. Nickels are next. They're about to discontinue nickels, but right now, copper pennies, certain kind of pennies can make you a millionaire. So that's all I really got. Tap into it, look into the frequency on it. We'll be talking about it more on Mineral Report. But yeah, and hopefully Dr. Phil is on that type of time too. Matter of fact, if we come back on tomorrow, that gives some time to look into what we're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely gonna be back tomorrow.
I like what you're saying, Orisha Stone.
Yeah.
Family, for the mystics on all 3 platforms, buy low, sell high. That's the protocol. Right now, silver is $50 an ounce. Gold is high at 4,000 an ounce. Platinum right now is close to 2,000 an ounce. So if you was going to invest in your supernatural metaphysical activation, I suggest silver, but primarily platinum. Platinum is a metaphysical metal. If you remember, a lot of the artists back in the 80s, somewhat in the 90s, they were wearing platinum. It looks very silver-like. I would say get into the platinum so that you could have it as a necklace, so that with these solar flares and these planetary activations that's happening from the sun's flares, it's DNA activation. Platinum is, if you're able to invest in platinum chain, a platinum necklace, or a platinum ring, and if not, silver chain, gold, because right now this is a time, if you have expendable income, to invest in the expendable income. If not, definitely invest in getting into the herbal teas while you can. Kinkaliba. Kinkaliba used to be on Amazon. 5-pound bag was $60. They stopped. They stopped selling it. 5-pound bag for $60.
Well, that's just like how they took the books. A regular book, they used to be like $10, $15, depending on the book. Might be like $50, $60, $100, or some might be $400, $500. Like some might be a couple bands. Like they're trying to, they're trying to keep all of the information and keep all the elevation, away from us as much as possible. Kind of like how they're trying to rework the educational system, how they're trying to take Black history out of those schools and all that, foolishness. But whatever, you can't stop God. You can't stop energy. You can't stop anything, because it's all spirit. It's all gonna manifest regardless. You can't stop. Yes, sir.
One thing I will say, just to catch, tag team with you on that is, but this isn't that kind of network. Like your network, our networks are networks of doulas and homeschooling and home, what's they call it, homesteads and all these different things.
Yeah.
The reason I'm only coming on here is because I'm trying to connect the dots. We got doulas out here. We need y'all. Y'all about to be rich real soon. We need our own artists. We need our own musicians. We need our own AI techs. We need our own farmers. We need, we need everything but a rapper. We don't need no more rappers. You know what I'm saying? What your boy say? not enough leaders. What do you say? Too many rappers, not enough leaders or something.
Yeah, or too many chiefs, not enough Indians is what they
Yeah.
said. Another
So
one.
right now, man, like seriously, like the elder said, like Uncle Hank just said, the verbiage of certain things, it ain't, you can't afford it. You can afford it if you want to. We waste so much time and energy on dumb shit. $50, go buy yourself an ounce. Somebody give you the game for free. Go buy yourself some precious metals and watch it flip. I have plenty of investors that can tell you that they bought it when it was $30 an ounce. What is it now? You witnessed your money flip in 2 to 3 months. And if it keeps growing, like I said, the name of the game, y'all out here trying to chase $100,000 bills, or you can chase one piece of gold. One piece of gold can buy you a foreclosed property or buy you some land right now. I'm really telling y'all, get into these metals and everything else. And pay attention to your jury now. It's not this. It's not. Our ancestors have always been into it, and it's waved up and down, but it's always been around. So pay attention to the market right now. Look at, like, forget the basic news. Look at the mineral news and what they talking about, these this price correction. Because I'm telling you, you might be able to buy you with a little kilo or so of silver. You can buy you some property, nice ducked off and out the way. And we're gonna need that. We gotta stop playing like tomorrow was promised. We gotta get on it, like start, you know what I'm saying, growing some food and getting on what we need to be getting on. And like God said, like as men, what we need to be doing instead of just talking about it. So
in addition, I like this energy of three brothers sharing, suggesting. This is expression of the masculine principle. We are in a time, family. If you have seeds, hydroponics, start looking into making a bedroom, so that you can have hydroponics. You can have a garden. You can start seeding, because you can't. We need gold, we need silver, but you need some food. So if wherever you're living, start investing in collecting seeds for your various vegetables, and take the time to invest. Get off social media unless you're looking at. I'm talking to my brothers, my younger brothers. Look into hydroponics if you're in the urban settings. Wherever you are on the planet, we greet you. But look into how you can grow, whether it's a farm, how you can magnetize seeds to increase the size of your harvest, your fruits, your vegetables, over 50%. Okay, there's a certain way of magnetizing seeds before you plant with the biomagnetic south pole of a magnet. And put it on the seeds on the on the biomagnetic south side, which is red. And we're talking red is the color of the south side. For 15 minutes before you plant. I helped a brother and a sister, him and his wife, husband and wife team, upstate New York. They had a marijuana a hemp farm, and they magnetized their seeds on the south side of the magnet 15 minutes before planting. Their crops was over 6 feet tall, and the neighboring farms is only 2 feet high. That means you can grow a tomato the size of a large or small watermelon. This is what we need, because when you get hungry, you're going to want food. Another thing is, start drinking teas. I'm hearing news about so many people passing away. I'm acknowledging my sister Salima Moyo Smith. She just did her transition, and she was in her 50s. And then I got on the phone with a good friend, a sister friend named Mandy here in the New York area. She tells me so many people in our community are passing away prematurely, if you want to think of it that way. Health is our greatest wealth, family. So say your prayers over your water. Look into, explore what Orisha Stone does with crystals. Charge up your water. because and forgive everyone because life is fragile, and we're in a fragile time. Don't be too emotionally invested in that which negates your vitality. Take life lightly. Don't take, I mean, take life issues lightly. We're always going to have problems, but don't let the problems cause you to succumb to bad health. Reach out to a family member. Say, hey, I was thinking about you. I appreciate you. Forgive more, criticize less.
Mm, facts. Yeah. And it's crazy how it's a lot going on. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot because I had a family member transition last week too. So you about to know the shout out to a master chef, Wayne, owner of Big Wayne's Big Mamu up in Massachusetts. Transitioned. You about to know to him, and I got several people in the tribe, man, in the positive, in the Patreon community who, family members are dealing with some challenges right now. Shout out to one of my consultants who I reached out to today. I just found out their father transitioned, so it's a lot, man. It's a lot going on. So with that, real quick too, I'm gonna throw a proud plug in there because I did shout out to the try. I did drop a new ebook that we just released, the Igungun Shadow Work and Ancestral Workbook to work on shadow work, and doing ancestral work. We're connecting with your ancestral shrines and connecting with the ancestors from the other realm. So I'm gonna definitely get deeper into that. I'm gonna definitely share the link in the comments, and then shoot, if we got enough time, I might bring it up on the stage and kind of share a little bit with the tribe because there's a lot going on, and the ancestors are definitely present. They're definitely here with us. They're working with us. They're working through us. They're working for us. And they're coming to us. So there's some real things going on right now. And shout out to Wuna. It was a surprise, but I guess it won't be a surprise no more because we got some dope work we're doing this weekend in the Patreon community. So I sent that link out to y'all tribe in the Patreon. I sent the link for this weekend's private community call. And then real quick, I got a lot of transformation, coming up with the Ashe experience, man. We're doing some new things for 2026. So for those who are, ready to take their spiritual practice to the next level, I got a lot more coming in store for that. But also for those who are content creators, entrepreneurs, small business owners, I'm working on putting together some dope content to teach content creation, to teach how to monetize a YouTube channel, to teach how to, utilize your audience, to utilize your crowd, to be able to bring value to you, but also to bring some pocket coins to your pockets as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to putting that together. We got some dope courses coming up for that. So I got a lot in store coming from the Ashe experience, but I definitely want to give a shout out to everybody who showed up tonight. My apologies for the inconvenience for those who had just joined us. We had to reschedule with Dr. Phil Valentine because there was a major scheduling conflict that came up last minute that we had to reschedule for tomorrow night at 9 p.m. So that's going to throw off my schedule a little bit too because I had something else scheduled tomorrow. So I'm gonna have to see if I can move all that around. But things happen, man. Retrograde been retrograding. So shout out to the tribe for being patient with us and for giving us grace for having to reschedule Dr. Valentine for tomorrow.
There's Ifa Stone, Orisha Stone is and family on all platforms. There is a product that I highly recommend. I just took a hit or a cupful before I started on the platform tonight, and you heard me speak of it before. Why Power Supplement .com. Go to the website and read the testimonies of Why Power Supplement.com. Why Power Man has hyped up the recipe, and it's edible orgone, Orisha Stone, Ifa Stone family. It's edible orgone, and edible orgone, that's life force. You mix it with water at room temperature. Take it twice a day. When I first took this upgraded formula, Sahar, Kinkaliba, and take the Y Power, it tastes like chocolate cream. And within minutes, it feels like smooth electricity traveling through the body.
Mm.
We got to look out. We got to be careful right now. This is when a lot of people, a lot of family, friends, loved ones might slip away. So keep your healing energy directed at your precious family members, those who are dear to you. Reach out to them, let them know how precious they are. Let people know how important they are to you in
Yeah.
your life. In our youth, we're arrogant with our youth, and we get more mindful as time goes by because the nobody gets off the planet alive, but we have to embrace each other in the spirit of Ubuntu.
Hmm.
Embrace and there's so much. One of the major epidemics is loneliness right now.
Mm.
People are lonely with all the technology.
You
Go ahead,
know,
brother.
no, I was gonna ask. I didn't want to interrupt, but it's funny. I was gonna ask, like, why would you say loneliness is an epidemic? But now that but when you dropped the last part, because with all this technology, people are still. So to me, you kind of answered the question before I got to ask it, because I was gonna say, well, why would you say that? Because for me personally, I feel like being lonely is a great thing. Not necessarily lonely to where you can't engage with or have, some sort of uh, mental or physical or spiritual or emotional connection with other people. But I find myself the most creative and I feel like the most fulfilling when I am alone, when I'm able to kind of tap in the spirit or tap into, you know what I'm saying, like the universe, or just to unplug from it all. Like that's where I kind of find the most peace. But everybody's different. Everybody, responds to things different. Everybody, lives a different light. But the technology part, I feel like, is a liability in a lot of ways. Yes, it's an asset for certain things, but when it comes to like what it's doing to us, like even like normally I have my glasses on when I'm working to kind of block the Blu-rays from coming through these screens, and you know what I'm saying, like all these different types of what do you call it? The frequencies, where Dr. Blair sells the I forgot what they call it, the diodes, to kind of block these different types of frequencies that are coming through the screens, whether it's the phone, the laptop, the TVs, whatever you want to call it. So for me, like even today, I had a meditation. I didn't get to get one as long as I wanted to. I think I might have did 13 minutes. But when I tell you, like, it was crazy how when I got closer to the time when I set my timer, is like when I really was like tapped all the way in. And it was amazing because I saw some sights, in that meditation. And it's like that's the time for me personally where I feel like I'm at one with y'all, when I'm alone, especially when I'm in that meditative state. But I get where you was going with that. Do you want to kind of elaborate on what you meant as far as what people being lonely?
What I'm was referring to are our women and children.
Mm, yep,
Children can be lonely and not be aware of it while they're playing with their PlayStation,
yeah,
their tablet, their Apple tablet, the Android tablet, because their humanity isn't being cultivated.
yep,
We can lose our humanity in the technology.
hmm,
And being alone is an advanced state of cultivation. So, what I'm speaking of is those who are in their formative years. I've had sisters call me in their 30s and say, "I'm lonely. I need to talk to somebody. I want to connect." I had people even in their 60s talk about, "Hey, I'm lonely." People are feeling isolation because of the technical revolution. So this is what I'm speaking of. We have to have what our ancestors say, walk in balance with the technology, but still embrace our humanity. I have an aunt who's in her 90s. I take the time to call Aunt Rebecca. We got to call each other. Those that you are on a frequency with, some family members you don't want it. If you don't hear from them in the next lifetime, it's okay. But those who are dear to you, let them know that they're thought of. Let them know that they're appreciated. Because as men, we're protectors and directors. So we have to protect by letting who is important know that they connect. As men, we protect through the connect, and let the mamas and the daughters and the aunties let them cultivate, but listen, that's where that solitude comes in. What you're speaking of, Ifa Stone, is that sense when somebody is in need to hear a human voice. We're in the holiday season. Sense, say to your neighbors, how you doing? Sometimes people are so full of fear, frozen in fear, and afraid to say hello. One thing I notice is like when I go past the liquor store, all the brothers, we speak to each other. Hey, what's happening, man? How you doing? We have to keep our humanity because the powers that be want us to be filled with fear instead of our humanity. One day, wherever you might be, as time pass on, Orisha Stone's a young brother. One day he's going to be a grandpa. And family members remember when you gave them $1 or a candy bar when they're children. They're like, oh, I remember Uncle so-and-so giving me $1, told me go to the candy store and buy some ice cream. I'm talking about the simple things, to maintain, enrich our humanity so we have memories. So when you really hit isolation, you are filled with happy memories where, you had people who cared about you, who invested a call or a hug or a hello in the youth that ripples through the halls of time. We're in holiday season. Holidays all about love, family, friends, connections.
Yeah. Look, when I was coming up, 80s babies, well, I don't know about everybody, but we had the penny candy store back where I'm from, man. We used to go to the penny candy store. And look, I used to load up, boy. Let me get a couple dollars, boy. I'm finna go run it up. Boy.
Yeah.
That penny candy store, boy, I was running it up, boy. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had $2, $3, boy, in the penny candy store back in the day. But
That is
real
funny.
quick, because there's some dope questions in there, man. So I don't know how long y'all want to go. We can make a conversation out of it because shout out to, I can't find it. I think it was brother the Force of Mike. I was trying to put your comment on the stage, bro. But anyway, he wanted to know where can he find silver. I had commented back to him in the comments. The pawn shops is a place. Stone, you want to share anywhere else where you could recommend where brother Mike can get some
Most
silver?
definitely. Me personally, I go hunting. You know me, I go hunting. I'm in Florida, so the further down south you are, go to your local antique stores. That's what I want you to do. Go on a treasure hunt for yourself. Go to the antique store, see what you find. Treasure be coming in all sorts of shapes, ways, and forms. You gotta have a good eye for it. So antique stores, you can say pawn stores, but you don't really want to go to pawn stores. Pawn stores might have something good in there, but you really want to go to somebody specializing in coins and gold and silver. Because you got to realize those people that stole all those things from you are dying, and their kids are dying, and they're giving it to their kids, and their kids don't know what it is. They don't have no spiritual connection to these things.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to sell it. They'll put it up for anything. They'll give it away for anything. They like I keep saying over and over again. I know they're tired of me saying it, but it goes back into estate sales and things of that nature. Auctions. I go to storage unit auctions, everything else. Find you some coins. We're going back to God's money is going to change your life. We're in the year 9, which means change. We're in the year of oil, which means change. We're in retrograde right now, which means change. We're in the new moon energy right now, which means new energy, new change. So, and we're also in the year of the snake, which means I can change, but I'm also adaptable. You see what I'm saying? Also, going back to what the elder was saying, OG was saying, was when we get our land, we need to get land surveys to understand what we can even grow on that land. Get a land survey to see, like, if I got a certain piece of land, if we want to get seeds, what grows good on your land, that also plays into almanacs. And I think we want to have those man conversations. Maybe we should start having those, you know what I'm saying, days where we go out in nature with an almanac or whatever type shit, and have our, you know what I'm saying, and OG, don't you be doing you messing with shroom stuff, don't it?
Go
Hold
to
on,
the
I'm gonna highlight you real quick. Hold on one second.
Go to the flea market with magnets so that you can determine if you see real gold or fake gold. Use the magnets. It'll help you to see if it's authentically silver, because sometimes vendors don't know when they have pure silver forks or if it's fake. You want to know if it's real gold. Take your magnets with you. So when the magnets stick to the gold plated metal, you know it's not real gold. So carry magnets with you. It doesn't have to be fancy. You could just use magnets like this here. It's just a group of magnets, and be able to start practicing testing of metals at flea markets, because as Orisha Stone said, there's a lot of treasures at flea markets.
I sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm over here using my hematite magnet. He said, "Look,
Listen,
Yeah.
Look, I didn't know Oregon had magnetism power, man. I was messing around with some stones. This bad boy was like trying to pick up some big ass stones. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I feel like Magneto a little bit. Boy, I'm like, whoa, hey, what we got going on up in this thing, man? For real.
man, pay attention to minerals right now. You on there with some legends when it comes to the mineral game. But crystals, you see, magnets got its own name, and it didn't just say minerals. It said magnets, crystals, and pyramids. And I don't think we give none of them enough attention. So we can play with that all day. But magnetism is a real thing.
This thing right here is so real, bro. Like I got that from Dr. Blair, so I know that. Look, it might have some extraterrestrial.
You got another one. You just showed it. The other one you got, I got mine in the room right now.
Oh,
but I'll
talking about shout out to IMG. You talking about this one?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. Oh, this one ain't no joke either.
Organs. You see what I'm saying? So you got that on your chest. I was going to New Orleans one time, and my EMF reader was just going off, just riding through the neighborhood.
This one ain't no joke either, bro.
I'm glad you mentioning that you have Ifa Stone and family. I refer with love and respect our brother Ifa Bemi as Ifa Stone, because he's a rock in the community, and I appreciate Orisha Stone. He's a rock in the community. Rocks don't be saying how you feel. Rocks be like, yeah, I'm solid. But what I want y'all to remember with orgone, and I got mine on, program it, put the pyramid underneath your bed and ask the energy of the pyramid of your orgone to protect you from radiation, because there's an energy in the atmosphere called deuterium. Deuterium is an energy heavy. Let's just keep it simple. Deuterium has been discovered to cause premature aging that we now think is normal. Deuterium causes deterioration and disease. And what protects against the radiation of deuterium causing the diseases and the deterioration that we think is normal is orgone. It creates a field around your body to shield you from the radiation of aging and disease. And that's the latest research in Ivy League schools. It's not alkaline water. It's called DDW, deuterium depleted water, has been found to regenerate and activate and stimulate stem cells. So if you have the ability to watch who works with orgone, they don't seem to age as fast as ordinary folks. So if you are interested in living the full life, have your orgone sitting on your dashboard in your car. Have your orgone by your computer. Have your orgone next to your power strip. Have your orgone next to your water. Have your orgone underneath your bed if you have your bed off the floor. Because I used to like to sleep on the floor with my bed. Or put it around your head. I got orgone on my cat. And another form of orgone that was shared before is xenon, and I'm talking about xenon bulbs, Ifa stone, a bulb, a light bulb called xenon,
Mm,
and it's known to be a cell regenerator.
mm.
And then you put that next to your orgone, and it amplifies it.
Let me ask y'all this, because I've taken it before. I used to take it consistently, but I kind of slacked off, so I need to tighten up. But what's the significance in the power in taking monatomic gold?
You remember last time when we did this? Now, if you really want to go down,
Okay. We'll take that to the Patreon. We'll take it to the Patreon. You're right.
no,
You're right.
Oh, let's do
You're
this.
right. You're right.
Oh,
you
I'm not in agreement with monatomic gold.
not medical advisors or something like that.
Let's take it to the private community only because I want to go all the way in. Like, I don't want to just tiptoe around. I want to go in. You know
Okay, I'm going to say I'm playing and I'm not really a devil's advocate. Go to a website called educateyourself.org, and it speaks of monatomic gold being like what Phil Valentine said, hyperdimensional crack.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they've modified, but you think the powers that be are giving you samples from the temples of Kemet, the white gold that they found, the monatomic gold pill, they found tons of it. You think they're going to release that to the population? This is prison planet Earth. And the inmates that are incarnates, they don't want you to regenerate. They don't want you to activate so that you can dominate. So if you got some that slip through the wires, may the force be with you. But remember, this is prison planet Earth. And the ones who've come forth with the free energy, they got smoked. And the censors, the centurions, is the news media. What happened to the African brother that came forth with a car that was superior to Elon Musk's car? What happened to the brother who figured out how to run his computers and his electronics in Africa on air? How many death threats has he gotten? Prison planet Earth. You gotta ask for some protection. You gotta act like you got something more precious than cocaine if you got real monoatomic gold. Yeah. This is prison planet Earth. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. But with that being said too, I'm gonna say this: don't be scared, because that's a scare tactic they've been doing. Like, I remember the first time I got my very first interaction with, you know, those so-called people who want to throw those threats and all that. Fuck them people. I'm not scared, so I'm just gonna say that. Don't be scared of them, because that's what they want. You know what I'm saying? But we're not scared over here in these Ashe streets.
I'll say two things: Hawaii and down there by Tampa. It's a beach down there in Tampa. And you can go get it yourself. One, or Hawaii, they sell it, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But just like I think you said it before, I can bring my tech on. He don't look like us, but you know what I'm saying. He kind of rock with us, but he's really on my science and everything else when it comes to energy and electronics and stuff of that nature. But we can make our own. We can make our own colonial silver too. It's a lot of things we got the technology to do a lot of things for ourselves. He's right. Don't ask. Nobody's going to give you anything. Right. He's absolutely right. But once you do the research on it and figure out what you're doing, and everything else, everything is. If the world is, they can say it's a prison planet, but the world is vast. It's just like in the Matrix. They can say the Matrix, but when Neo messed around and learned how, even if you're in prison, when I know how to run that motherfucker, you listen. You call it we call it Great Castle if you want to, but guess what? I know how to run this thing. You see what I'm saying? So you can get whatever you want. Ship from wherever you want, long you have the knowledge for it. And
I like that.
OG, he know how to put us on. If you on a cell phone, all you gotta do is ask AI. So
and if you want to break out the prison, the so-called prison of this so-called prison planet, go into a deep meditation. Because I'm telling you right now, like, your mind can go, your mind can go places that your body can't be.
Listen, I didn't say stop. Don't stop. Just don't think you can go singing to the Daily News, the Washington Post, the New York Times, Time Magazine, People Magazine, and say, oh, I got the secret to eternal youth. Don't be a fool.
Right.
If you figure it out, keep it on the low like you have a ton of cocaine. They don't stop the drug.
You just said it, OG. And that's the thing. If we give it away, listen,
nobody said give away nothing.
No, what I'm saying is we're talking about one ingredient, but you also said Oregon energy, just having your house surrounded by Oregon technology, right? Because that's the same thing they're talking about in the temple of the Dendora. I might be pronouncing it wrong, or those temples in Egypt. We're talking about magnetism. We were just talking about magnets, right? So you want to have glowstone and hematite and things of that nature around your house, right? So it's a lot of things that's it's right there in their face. Salute hit. I'm gonna just throw a bunch of them at you. You know what I'm saying? Mushrooms, colloidal silver. It's a 1,000 sea moss. Don't try all of it. Live it. Do all of them. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long anybody wants to live, but the best way is just live it all the way. Is that that glow in the dark stone?
That's tough.
Yeah, that's a form of orgone. That's a form of orgone.
And you know what's funny? Somebody just asked what crystals. Matter of fact, let me pull this back up. Yeah, they just asked what elements glow in the dark. Is that was orgone, which you just shared, right? That goes in the dark, correct? Yeah.
This is glowing right now. It collects the energy of light.
Yeah.
That's a form of stone, ain't it?
Yeah.
This is a form of orgone. This is called a simulated Yimeng-zu. All right. You can sit in the sun, charge up all day, but when you put it on your body, it creates cell voltage.
That's real.
Each cell generates 0.07 volts. You have approximately 25 trillion cells in our bodies. Multiply 25 trillion times 0.07, you have approximately 10 or 3 to 7 trillion volts in the body. A lightning bolt only has 1 billion. So if we learn to keep our voltage high, and that's through comedy, for brothers, that's seminal retention, and being joyful and taking time for meditation.
Facts.
Increase voltage.
Listen, when I tell you everything Unc just said is real talk. Like last night, right? Shout out to IMG again, man, because my piece is dope. Like it's dope, and I had it on last night, right? And it's so dope because I remember like she showed me pictures of it with it glowing, like it glowed like an ocean water blue. I'm talking about like Turks and Caicos ocean water blue. I'm talking about like, and the Turks got some of those beautiful water I've ever seen in my life in real life. Look, the water look like your chain stone, like the centerpiece of your chain, and like right here where you got like right there. That's how the Turks and Caicos water look. So when she sent me a picture of it, it was glowing like that. I'm like, well, dang, it ain't glowing like that for me yet. So I had to charge that thing up. But man, let me tell you something. Last night, I had it on, and I remember going into one of the rooms. I don't know if I was in the laundry room or bathroom or whatever, where it was dark, and that thing lit up. I was like, oh, listen. So look, it wasn't that same blue though. It was like a white. So I'm like, oh, it changed colors now. So bro, I went in the garage. I just sat in the garage, pitch black. And man, when I tell you this thing was like glowed up, like it was glowed up. I'm sitting like Glorilla, like I'm sitting there talking to it, like yo, I'm looking at it like yo, like man, listen, it was dope. I mean, I'm talking about pitch black, like it was dope how it lit up. And somebody was saying like how they was wondering which crystals light up. Well, I know that orgone light up for sure. I know that.
Heckmanite glows in the dark. Of course, I mean you can produce energy with quartz, so I don't know if you're going to count that, but you can make energy. You can make light with quartz in the dark. But Heckmanite glows in the dark, and there's another stone I can't remember the name. And ruby under a black light glows a certain kind of color, but Heckmanite's the only one I know that just glows under the dark. But no, it actually goes under UV light too. You need UV light for it,
bro. That was so dope. But this one glows too. Like this orgone, Like in the middle of the night, this thing light. I mean, it light up. Like I'm talking about, like, yo. Sometimes I wake up and
It
it's
looked like
like
it
I'm
came from
talking about that
Atlantis.
thing, huh?
Looking like it came from Atlantis.
Bruh, I'm talking about, bruh, I'm talking about, I don't know if I can take a picture of it, because I don't know if the camera might distort it or the flash might throw it off or whatever, but I'm telling you, like, right now, in the middle of the night, sometimes I wake up, that thing be glowing. I'm like, oh, yes, sir.
You know how you can measure the energy? Watch who comes around and collects around you. The ones who are our natural meters of Oregon are children and sisters who are in tune. They and also people who are considered cuckoo crazy because their kundalini was activated. So if you go to an event and then you just pop out a chair or sit down in one location, you will see who is drawn to your proximity, and they will be a reflection for your detection of the potency of your Oregon amulets. When your energy is higher than the surroundings, the law of cause and effect, where they actually are drawn to your energy, so you become like a sun, and the planets come to orbit in your aura. So that's how you can really detect, by just wearing. Look what Orisha Stone has on. Look what Aoife Stone has on. They go to an event and just sit. They ain't gotta move, and watch who gravitates, because Oregon cause gravitational waves to be around you.
Yeah.
Hi, John the Conqueror root.
And what's crazy too, though, is your natural ashe, like your natural chi, whatever you want to call it. Depending on how you moving and how you living in your everyday life, that has an extremely powerful magnetism to it as well. Like I've seen that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like it's almost like moths. Like, you know how moths always gravitate to the light, like how they all straight up. That's exactly how that's how we are. So like, even like those who have made it through certain initiatory stages within their journey, there's certain initiations where you shouldn't be outside at night, after you've received some of these ceremonies, because you have a natural light, like your ashe is lit up. I mean, I'm talking about it's bright lit up. So that means those dark forces who like feed off of light, like they will come to you just like those moths, and they literally will suck, just like a vamp, literally an energy vampire. They will suck your ashe from you. So if you have went through certain ceremonies, you should not only be outside at night, but you better have your head covered, and you might want to be wearing all white. And if you go outside at night, you might want to have at least a priest or two with you, so they have a priestly order of ashe around you to kind of create a force field, because the dark forces will come in and they will snatch that ashe from you, or they could possess you and a lot of other things. So it gets deep. That this energy thing gets really, really deep.
Yo,
That's after that song. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night.
Orisha gave me.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy. It's an elder. Well, it was a goddess in Texas. She was like the EM from Texas type shit, right? She hit me up and she was like, "Stay." I don't even know how she knew. She was like, "Stop being outside so late at night. Like, leave certain hours for the goddesses, right?" You know, so I'll be out there doing my thing. They were like, "Yeah, you ain't got to do all that. We got it." I'm like, first off, how the hell did you do ours outside? Second off, everything you said, she kind of told me this a while back, so I can kind of held back a little bit, because I'm like, damn, I was out there doing everything my damn self. But I was going to ask you, what's the spiritual significance on owls? Because I think this owl be watching the hell out of me. And look, no matter what, like an owl will be sitting there, and the owls are huge too, and he'll just like, yo, have y'all seen the movie Predator yet?
Not yet, but let me
Orisha
tell
Stone, slow down, man. Slow down. You went from owls to the movies. Hold on.
But let me comment on that owl thing. So I hope she's still on here. But shout out to Bunam, Nikki Love, because she's a mother. She's literally a daughter of the Ajay, right? And that's funny, because that's what our private call is going to be about on Saturday. Tribe, y'all forgive me, because I know we're supposed to do divination, but the mother's been talking to me heavy. Matter of fact, shout out to OJ Yemi and the elders of the night, because some of the stuff we're talking about now,
OJ Yemi.
Yes, sir. So shout out to the mothers, man. But to answer your question, bro, like straight up, like that's the mothers. Like when you see that owl, That's the mothers, and that's a very, very, very powerful, significant sign that the mothers are present. And I'm talking about like to the point where I remember I seen one. I'm still looking for it right now, actually, because I took a picture of it. And I remember I was leaving one of my son's basketball games. This was a while ago now, but I remember leaving the game, bro, and it was crazy because there was some sort of other divine alignment that had to do with the feminine energy that I can't recall right now. But I just remember leaving that facility and seeing it had like it was like a retention pond, and it had a gate that was all the way around the retention pond. And a beautiful, I'm talking about a beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous owl was sitting up on that thing, bro, and it was facing away from me. And then, so I'm gonna show you, like, it was like this, right? So when I rolled by it, it was facing away from me on the gate.
They hit her.
Stop. I promise on everything I love. I had to ask one of my boys to take the picture from me. As soon as I stopped, she turned around. And her, mind you, they can turn their heads like almost 360 degrees. So it turned around and was looking directly at us, and the body was facing that way, and the head turned around looking that way. I said, "Boy, look at here."
That's tight.
So to answer the question, bro, that's the mothers, and that's like they're there because really all the birds represent the mothers. But that owl,
the way she was saying it, like she knew what I was out there doing, because like full moons or whatever, especially we had a little lake out there, so whenever you can get a lake right up under the full moon, you can do all sorts of shit. So I'd be out there, you know what I'm saying, dibbling and dabbling and whatever. So the way she described it, like she was right there. And then I swear it was always an owl. Pretty much there's always two birds that always gonna follow me around. So red-tailed hawks or this owl, no matter where we move, this owl gonna follow us around. And about 3 a.m. it's gonna hoo. I'll go out look for it, and I'll bring my, you know what I'm saying, come on back in. Yeah. But yeah, man, they just forget.
The more men practice seminal retention, the more orgone comes through your pores. And all the animals will pick up on your orgone, your testosterone, that is a form of crystal that will come through your pores. That's why in priesthood training, how long? 2 years.
Yeah, it depends on what
seminal retention. 2 years to begin allowing crystal seminal liquid to exude from your pores, your bones, your consciousness, and all of nature will acknowledge your radiance. But that's why social media wants to keep you a dimwit. Listen to the words, a dimwit, dim. So they give you excitation, stimulation, so you can short circuit your activation and not have God realization, and that's ultimate magnetization. Now, women, the goddesses they are, when they explode in bliss, it ripples through them internally. Men have been miseducated to discharge. The muscles of discharging and the muscles of bliss are separate muscles. Special acknowledgement to Montauk Chia, Nit Yama, Master Yao. Brothers need to learn seminal cultivation for their God force activation, so that your liquid crystal will come off of you like a cologne.
Oh, you well, one of y'all, I don't know who it is, but there's somebody in the comments, Licky or Lick XYR349. I tried to block their ass, but that must be one of the people that came through y'all's platforms that they got some BS going on. But anywho, Master Yao, I think I know him. Is he in Atlanta or in the Georgia area?
Yes, he is.
I know him. Oh my God.
Yes, the Master Yao Morris.
Yes,
that's my teacher.
Oh,
Nit Yama. That's my teacher.
I got
Montauk Chia. That's my teacher. Yep.
Bro, that's divine alignment, because me and him, we spoke a few months ago. Shout out to Master Yao, man. And schedule just got crazy, and it kind of reminded me of brother Baba Kemper Patah. I remember when I first got introduced to him, our schedule was just crazy, and it took a minute for us to like link up. And finally we was able to make it happen. But I got to get with Master Yao, because I talked to him. When I tell you that brother is powerful, like he ain't no joke. Like, yo, like some of the stuff he was telling me, I'm like, yo. So I'm gonna have to holler at him, man, for real, for real. That's what's up.
I seen Master Yao bring a woman to full body bliss without
Bruh.
touching her.
Bruh. I've talked to him multiple times. That's what I'm saying. Like, I gotta holler at, like, that's that spirit. Like, literally, that's kind of like, hey, yeah, you need to, like, because I know him and I've talked to him. He's supposed to be on here, so I'm gonna holler at him because yeah, he ain't no joke.
I seen Nit Yama light up my whole platform by just silently radiating, and the women started going into full body orgasms.
Bruh.
Nit Yama.
Bruh.
Okay. And he was in Bali. When we deal with cultivation of our sexual energy, we literally crystal radiate from our chakras, our pores, our nature. You can't get nowhere being a leak squirt master. You can't get nowhere as men, because one drop, according to Montauk Chia, one drop of men's liquid crystal is equivalent to 100 drops of blood.
Yes.
And who will tell you when your stuff is right and tight are the children and the sisters, because you become living magnetism.
Yeah. That's a real thing. And I think it's something similar to that, to the sisters. What would I call it? What's the right word I'm looking for?
You talking about sisters magic?
Yeah, the nectar.
Shakti.
Yeah.
The sisters got this. I've seen on my channel the Shakti of Sister Myra Moss would jack up my computer. And she would bring folks by the hundreds to tears just by her energy. And special acknowledgement to Diana Farr, because she taught me, my big sister taught me, that's called Shakti. And men, we have that energy when we deal with cultivation, meditation, and we become literally living solar magnets.
Yeah.
And it's called charisma.
Yeah.
You develop a form of magnetic personality and charisma.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's God force. And nothing is more irresistible. Nothing is more magnetic than God, or what you call it, Allah, Olodumare, Wakantanka, whatever you want to call that primal universal force. The more a man cultivates, activates, Kundalini activation, the more magnetic gravitational waves form around you. You become a life force bender,
like a vortex. And shout out to today is Oshe Shango Oyade today. So Kabiesi Shango is known for magnetism as well. You know, if you think about it, even with like the lightning, you know, that's very magnetic, electrical, you know what I'm saying? Very powerful energy. So it's like, and today is, you know, Shango Day. So it's like, for me, it's like that meditation. It was powerful for me earlier because I was meditating with some very powerful crystals. It was a very powerful experience. But shout out to the tribe, man. Just to let y'all know, for those who's coming in a little bit later, we had some unforeseen last minute scheduling conflicts with Dr. Valentine. So we're gonna move that show to tomorrow. So you can catch all of us back here again tomorrow night with Dr. Valentine at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then shout out, I don't know if anybody's watching the show, but I got some scheduling I got to kind of reschedule now too. But we're going to definitely do it tomorrow with Dr. Valentine, excuse me, at 9 p.m. tomorrow, family. So for those who are coming in a little bit later, like, what the hell, where's Dr. Valentine at? That ain't what we scheduled to see. He'll be here tomorrow, but we're just chopping it up, having barbershop talk. We're having, you know, Ashe Streets barbershop talk, you know, tonight in the meantime. But I got some good questions, man. Y'all got time to take a couple questions before we get out of here?
Most stuff. Hey, real quick, I got a question.
Go ahead.
You want to go see Predator yet?
Go see who?
Predator.
The movie Predator.
Yeah.
They brought it back out, right? It's a new one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to check it out.
I want to check it out, but I'm gonna wait till it cascades down to my my discount online stream. I ain't going to no movie, pay no $15, $20, and then get some popcorn for another $10, and then catch a cab for another $20. I'm gonna wait till that thing cascades down to my little screen, but it looks interesting. What's it about, bro?
What's the cash app? What's the cash app? Somebody please buy this movie because he needs $15 plus the cab fare and everything else. He just said everything he needs. Please send him a cash app.
No,
Hey,
no.
They
That's
don't study. They don't watch everything we do and study us from the whole matriarch. The whole thing is about matriarch. You see the warrior from the warrior clan. It's all about technology, how they use their jury as technology. They have to get back into their if you any kind of weak, like Uncle Hank just said, Uncle Hank would be the grandfather, the white-head predator. Any kind of weakness, we gotta eliminate it. We gotta get back into our masculinity. That's what it was about. But at the same time, they're still ran by a matriarch, where the matriarch is the queen predator. There's so much going on in that movie if you just look at it however you want to look at it. But they were studying us for some years, man. Every single time you see one of them alien, now they talking about y'all been paying attention to 3 Eye Atlas?
listen, yeah. Look, you know what's funny? I'm not a petty dude, and I don't do the messy petty BS, but that ain't happening in just Hollywood, because I'm seeing it happen on YouTube too, boy. There's some folks out here just poaching and all kind of stuff, boy. I see some stuff. I'm like, boy, I just did a show about that the other day, and then I see somebody. Anywho, but it's all free game, so get it, you know. But at least give some credit, man. I like to give people credit whenever I borrow their stuff. So anyway,
No, man, go check out the movie. That's what I'm saying. Go check out the movie. And one thing I do, like OG just said, we need to get back to code. And Predator's about the code. And Predator represent us at our highest form. You know what I'm saying? So check it out.
What is that?
This is a cell phone shield created that has 15 different crystals. You place it on your phone and it transmutes the signal. Doesn't block it. It transmutes the signal. So men, because you put the phone in your pocket, it neutralizes sperm production. And then you get into your feelings. Women, it neutralizes your reproductive faculties. So you get a cell phone shield to help minimize toxic radiation, because here in the urban settings, we got cell phone towers on top of buildings. And the place you can get this is Nicholas Bookstore, 718-858-4400. And they will ship same-day shipping. 718-858-4400. And you attach it to your cell phone like I have here on mine. If you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal.
I know that's right. And what was that number again? So I can share it with the tribe.
718-858-4400. And Orisha Stone look like he's eating popcorn at the movies right now.
Listen,
You look like you at the movies right now, bro.
That's where we at, man. That's where we at.
No, I enjoy y'all, man. Please go see that movie, because I would love to do a breakdown on that movie, like how that. And then when you understand the culture of the true culture of the Predator, and how they sent the cyborgs to enslave these people. The Predator, the whole thing is they used to be slaves. You know that, right? It was a group that a special alien group that enslaved them, and they never wanted to go back in slavery, so they go out and do this ritualistic hunt. And they're always around somebody's pyramid, and they always got locks, and they're a warrior clan. And in the clans, you got a matriarchy where the women don't even deal with the men, and the men don't deal with the men until it's time to mate. And the only time you can mate is by the amount of trophies you have. Until you prove your manhood, the rites of passage. So like that's why I say it's kind of dope that
it's very dope, because I said that's very dope, because you know it's like that in the animal kingdom. You know, there's certain animals that it's the same way. Like the females won't mate with a male unless he's a decorated. You know what I'm saying? Like he's shown that he's a decorated leader or a warrior or whatever the case may be. Hell, and I feel like it's like that in humanity too. I mean, because if you think about it,
if you have your seminal,
that would be messing up about humanity thing. One sec about the humanity thing. We got to worry about community. I don't be worried about humanity. We be worried about way too many people. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
We get our own community and we follow our own codes of conduct, like OG said. That's where we start at. When we start talking about humanity and everybody else, we are already lost because we worry about way too many people. Just find your community, find your tribe.
No, I'm
Listen,
saying for the
family.
sake of like just paint, like connecting the dots, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like even in the animal kingdom, is that way. Where you know the female is not mating with certain males unless they
We've
got a
been,
level of.
our elders misguided the whole collective.
Mm,
Martin Luther King led us to hell
mm,
with integration at the expense of our financial institutions, our
mm,
educational institutions, our to be assimilated and have enemies teaching the children.
mm,
The civil rights era was a nightmare, and it was followed by the young folks who didn't have the foresight of the elders. In addition, they gave women a choice between a man and a paycheck, and they went for the hokey doke. So now you have multi-generation single women who have become followers, advocate followers of feminism. And when the white women get the black women all emotionally charged up to be strong and independent, they go home to their husbands and children in their family structure.
mm,
We have been bamboozled, hoodwinked by the civil rights era. Instead of having equal rights, they were like, here, bust you into white neighborhoods where they hate you. Eat the food from a white restaurant where they could spit in your food and do other decadent things before they pass it to you because they hate you.
mm,
You got to be out your goddamn mind. Who raised you?
mm,
Or lack of raising. We
mm.
got a long way to go.
Yeah, but we're gonna get there though. We're gonna look. Shout out to the lots. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. We gonna make it. So let me get a couple of these questions real quick before we get out of here because we're gonna run it right back tomorrow night. So shout out to Coca K the Boss. Do you change your crystal jewelry based on the need, or do you wear the same ones to prevent the push-pull effect? I say one thing, someone else says another. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. I need your help.
I like that question. Yeah. Honestly, some people don't, but yes, because everybody wears black stones for protection. That's the so-called go-to of all. But like we were talking about Oregon, if you want to go for EMF protection, you would go for shungite. Spiritual protection, obsidian, or black, or like a problem at your job, black tourmaline. So yeah, to answer your question, yes, most definitely. There's certain days, if when you really get into the science of it, and this is a good book for it, they tell you the days when to and when not to wear certain stones. When you wear your rings, there's certain days you're not even supposed to wear rings, especially when you get into the pearl game, ruby game, a diamond game. There's days that you're not supposed to wear stones, and we don't really tap in enough on those kind of conversations. But yes, yes, you should change it by intention and by season, because you got to look at the whole aspect of the stars controlling those stones or activating those stones as well.
Brothers and sisters, use your intuition on what to wear on your crystal selection. Intuition is smarter. Your internal knowing is greater than anything else. Here I am wearing the most powerful orgone, and I find it coincidental. This is epoxy with multiple crystals, and the energy feels comforting. I have on the knots. I have on acacia. I got on magnets. This is the intuitive wear. And as Orisha Stone said, sometimes you got to change a shirt, change your crystals. I got on crystals here. I got on orgone wood, acacia wood with gold. I got on xenon. Okay. I got on underneath. I got my mojo, that intuition. My nuke poo nuke, my I am says, wear that next to the skin, because you don't always wear your amulets internal. You don't always wear it external. You wear it intuitively according to when You are guided. Here I have a Herkimer diamond, UV attached to my glasses. This stimulates pineal gland opening activation, but it also diminishes geometric facial recognition because they never thought you would be wearing a rock on your eyeglasses. So you got to use intuition.
I like that.
Oh, gee, you said you got a Hercules diamond on your third eye?
Yeah, where can I get that from? Because I like that. Look, I need to put that on my glasses.
You can get
Now that ain't for everybody. I'm gonna tell you now. That's what I said. He might be able to work. Some people a Herkimer diamond, it magnifies energy.
Ah,
You see what I'm saying? Okay, what's your zodiac sign?
Sagittarius with a moon in Taurus.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Damn right,
No,
it
that
makes
is
sense.
everybody.
It makes very good sense. It makes crystals.
Absolutely.
And look, you're Aries. Ifa, he's a Gemini. This is a party, and we having a good time in the Crystal Barbershop.
it's him and I, Aquemini.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Even the sun goes down, heroes eventually fall. Hey, let me get off my okay. But anyway, real quick.
We going
I'm
deep.
gonna
We
drop 3
going.
stacks on them, boy. I'm about to drop that 3 stacks, boy. Hey, you know,
Black radiation.
Oh, I like this one.
Protection.
You want to take that? I'll take it.
Don't matter to me.
Get into a form of healing called pranic healing. Pranic healing. Reiki, I think of, I'm a Reiki master and I'm an advanced pranic practitioner. And I didn't mean to rub my nose like Bruce Lee. Pranic healing is like being a gardener. Teaches you how to clean a room, clean your chakras, because a lot of us have dirty ass chakras from encounters with people, especially if you're a therapist or a healer. You got to clean your chakras. Special acknowledgement to Master Yao. Special acknowledgement to my teacher, Del Pei. Special acknowledgement to Master Choakuk Sui. He was the one who brought forth the healing art called pranic healing, where you go inside the chakra and clean it out, seek out and destroy elementals and toxicity, because you can take on somebody else's karma from their dirty chakra. You got to be careful shaking hands, because hand chakras can be dirty, nasty, male or female. So I'd rather give up a knuckle than give up the palm on a handshake, unless it's some serious acknowledgement.
Yeah.
Because we have to be sensitive and aware of the chakras. And that's why when us men allow our voltage to rise up at a higher height, I had a brother who would, when he would hug sisters, they would see galaxies. That's what kind of retention he had cultivated over years. There was another Muslim brother here in Brooklyn. He had a white glowing aura cloud around him, and he would have people follow him down in Bed-Stuy because they wanted to be his student. And he said, I'm saving my vital force for my wife, because he had did years in the incarcerated. So he had literally allowed his energy to build where he has a white aura of energy glowing around him, glowing and walking the streets of Brooklyn. And it wasn't nothing to him. But people who could see the aura, you didn't have to be psychic. It's a light bulb around that brother. That's from seminal retention.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
OG, for that, what he said about the how to block radiation in the office for protection, be fancy with it. Dr. Deborah Blair said to hide your technology like jewelry or decoration. So go get you certain stones that protect you from EMF. They got different kind of shapes in black in shungite. Shungite blocks radiation. That's the main go-to is shungite. If you don't have shungite, black tourmaline does it as well. Malachite, pyrite, and you can get pyrite carved in them. You can have little crystal pyrites, pyramids all on your desktop right beside your computer. Shungite, get you a little shape carved in stone. That's what it's about. Like, take it to the next level. Don't just get a rock and put it there. You know what I'm saying? Get you some kind of organites. What we're talking about right now. Orgone energy blocks EMF, electromagnetic frequencies. So that means whether it's on a necklace or if you get your little pyramid for your table, or you know what I'm saying, there's several different people. We have an Orgone community between I Am Seg, Uncle Hank, even the regular stones are Orgone if you know how to put them together. You see what I'm saying? Turquoise is copper-based stone. Shungite is pure carbon. It's several stones that are naturally eat up EMF.
King Simon, Phil Valentine rescheduled for tomorrow starting at 9 p.m.
Yeah, I was
Just letting you know. Special acknowledgement, King Simon.
Oh, that's what that was. KSP TV Media.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just texting to send him a message telling him that we had to reschedule because of scheduling conflict. So, but yeah, shout out to King Simon. Yeah, that's the real thing.
Now, in the system of Ho'oponopono, special acknowledgement to the kahuna who brought it forth, Dr. What's his name? Hugh Lin. He said every person you heal, you have karmic connections with in the kahuna system of Ho'oponopono. And the reason for burnout from therapists and healers and readers is your karmic connection, and you have to dissolve it. So Dr. Hugh Lin went to a hospital of the criminally insane and sat with all their files sitting on the desk. And he said to the files, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you." And he repeated this because if you are gods and goddesses, that means this shit show down here on the planet is your fault. And that's the Hawaiian system. It says take responsibility and do your shadow work of releasing the karmic connections. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. And those of us who are into Tantra, sisters, say that into the brother's chakras, his anatomical projections. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you for the healing of our broken hearts and wounded souls. Brothers, do the same for the sisters. Don't rush in on a sister's planet. Sisters, don't rush in on a brother's planet. Float in the aura, the sky of their aura, and say prayers of gratitude like, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Because we are each other's shadow projection. When we point a finger at one person, 3 fingers are pointing back at us. We are here because we created this shit show, whether in this life or another. We are all guilty. So in the Hawaiian system of Ho'oponopono, it says, say to wash free your spirit, talking to the chakras. And I don't mean to curse. Not really.
Listen, look, that's a real thing. I must have missed this part because I'm multitasking. Stone, we got some folks out here. Shout out to Miss Miller. She said, Orisha Stone, can you please hold up the book so we can take a screenshot? I must have missed that when you held up the book.
No, it's the curious.
Okay, let me highlight.
The curious lore of precious gemstones. It's like the 48 laws of power of stones. You got it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I had to highlight you real quick, so I pulled me and Unc off the screen so I could highlight you. But yeah, now that's a real thing, and especially I love where you went with the significance of healers. We need to cleanse ourselves. Not only should you cleanse yourself, but and I don't know how many of them know out there, but for the healers who are out there who might be new to your journey, or maybe even you might have experience at it. One thing I can share with you, make sure you cover your crown. Anytime you're doing any type of spiritual work, if you're doing a divination, if you're doing a Reiki session, if you're doing anything where you have to intermingle with other people's energy, even if you're doing it from a distance, keep that crown covered up, boy, because I'm telling you, it's a real thing, like for real, like because you're opening yourself up, and when you open yourself up, if you don't have a high enough level of, I feel like, a protection or a defense mechanism in regards to your ashe and your ori and your crown, you can easily. It's almost like Ghostbusters. You remember in Ghostbusters where I forgot the name of that trap that they had, but when they had to have that trap in order to be able to get them in there, in order to keep, you know what I'm saying? Once you got them, you had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, you want to keep your crown trapped like that. So you don't let none of them ghosts up in your crown, within your ori, within your, your auric space. And that's a real thing. So
You're right. Have you seen
out there,
Constantine? You seen Constantine?
No, sir.
Well, Constantine is like a different kind of Ghostbuster, where Ghostbusters is just on the physical level, just catching ghosts or whatever, right? But Constantine is an esoteric Ghostbuster, you could say. And the thing about him is you ain't got to get ready when you stay ready. He already did the research on what spiritual tools and weapons he needed to combat these spirits. Some spirit won't come around you if you know what stone to keep on you at all times.
Oh, yeah.
And they can try to take my hair, but I keep stones in my hair. Just like they could try to run up on Uncle Hank and not realize he got the Cyclops Herkimer diamond on his shirt. So like, you see what I'm saying? You're what I'm referring to. But no, once you're on your certain Jedi thing, we all like at certain time. You've been in the field, you already know, but you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got my Magneto helmet sometimes. If I'm about to do something big, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna put my hat on.
Bro,
that's my Magneto helmet to block or send back to send or whatever. Everything else is lightweight. Everything else is lightweight at this point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't do any spiritual work for anybody else like without having my head covered. Like nothing. I won't do a divination. I don't care if I'm just doing a simple check-in. I'm not doing anything unless I got everything sealed up. No, seriously though, because if you don't, man, like that's a problem. Like for real. Like you could easily, what they call it, destiny swap or life swap or soul swap, something like that they call, where people can kind of like certain spirits or certain skinwalkers, whatever you want to call them, they can kind of like take over your life. Like they can literally hitchhike and take you over, and you're just the host now for this, negative force that's kind of like, they like really playing with you like a puppet. Like you just kind of host for them to do whatever they came, whatever they're trying to do. So it's a real thing, to make sure you protect your ashe and your crown family. For that's a real thing, especially the healers, those who are out there doing any type of healing work.
Pranic healing is spelled Pranic. I had the pleasure of meeting more than one sister who leave their body like we take off our t-shirts. And one sister, she was gangster with leaving her body. She said she would leave her body and go molest men in her astral body. And one time she went to basically RAPE, a man, and she saw the man's deceased grandmother who gave her an ASS whooping, and she stopped. So you have to put protection around you, my brothers and sisters, before you go to sleep, before you walk out your door, because there are misdirected forces, predatory forces around us day and night. And I'm going to tell you, that night shift, the party begins after 3 a.m. That's the best time for downloads, and that's best time for you to do your telepathic prayer work. 3 a.m. till dawn is when the party is on. It ain't midnight. It's 3 a.m.
Yeah. But hey, don't get twisted though. Be careful after midnight too, because certain ones they come out there. Certain ones come out a little early, but they want to get the free game. But they want the appetizers, the hors d'oeuvres, and all that.
But that's the thing, OG. If you a Jedi, right? That means we can talk about it. We're spiritually training. We're spiritually training. When do you go out in the darkness? To, you know what I'm saying? That's the field. We can talk about it all day, but you go out in the dark to see if you really can do what you're gonna do. Now, if you already got, like you say, you already got spirits that walk with you. A lot of us got different spirits that walk with us too. I'm not gonna like certain things, certain people, like do the research and understand your different powers, understand what symbols protect your aura and your aura all together in general. You see what I'm saying? Your spirit guides. If you got certain spirit guides and you take care of them, they're gonna take care of you. And there's certain things that Vajras, we talk about it all the time. Like if we of Vajra, can't no spirit run up on you without that's the this thing right here.
Mm-hmm.
When you talking about the Ghostbuster trap,
Mm-hmm.
that's the original Ghostbuster trap. You know what I'm saying? The indestructible diamond. So it's like, as long as you know what you're doing, don't stop half-assing. Do the research, sit up under the elders, get the science, then go. But it's not like the dark. I'm gonna still go when I need to go, or if I want to go, I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I had that conversation with the owls. I had a conversation with whoever gonna be out there. Now, when they give me the warning to go sit down, that's when I'm gonna go sit down, because everything in nature give you a warning. Even a rattlesnake give you a warning. You know what I'm saying?
But look, keep your tools on you. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Because you said it yourself. Your jury shine in the dark. That's mandatory. I'm an Aries. He's a Sagittarius. Our souls are fire. You can't even threaten us with hell. You can't burn our soul. You see what I'm saying? We are the eternal flame, the eternal light. So it's like, I don't care what darkness you put me in. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be with the same thing I'm gonna be. But that's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? The same way you say how loneliness is something good for you and something bad for somebody else. Darkness might be good for somebody else and bad for somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody said nothing about anything wrong with the darkness, bro.
Yeah, and I won't
we
say
saying 3 a.m. Now, where you are, where it's 3 a.m. in Alaska, I'm just talking about the time. It might be light, but 3 a.m. at least over here in the New York area, that's the excellent time to do your work. And those who practice healing arts, that's the time to charge up. Qigong practitioners love to do Qigong after 3 a.m. till sunrise because the energy is high. And to piggyback on what you said, Aoife Stone, sisters who are sensitive have to put, especially if they're into Santeria or they're students of Yoruba, they take white cloth, soak it in certain herbs to protect their womb and yoni from disincarnate souls from hijacking sisters when they go into graveyard settings. So they wear a cloth around their waistline that's been soaked and dried with cleansing and protective herbs. In Islam, women are taken away from the actual site of burial because they say their emotions ground out the soul from having an easy transition and transcendental flight, because our sisters are so emotional. Their emotional gravity at the site of burial is not good for the departed soul. So we have to know what our strengths. Sisters are strong in certain things, brothers are strong in other things, but sisters have to follow protocol.
Yeah,
that's the protocol, where they wear certain wraps around their waistline to protect their reproductive, because that is magnetically receptive. Brothers is magnetically a projector, but brothers have to protect their hearts, because when a brother gets heartbroken, he's going to end up out of his mind.
Yeah.
And in African tradition, it says brothers have an egg that they have to protect from emotional trauma, because if that egg cracks, you're broken like Humpty Dumpty.
That's real. That's deep, man. Because there's certain ceremonial rituals that the egg is a part of. I won't get into that, but shout out to Gail Iship. I hope I'm saying that right. Walk in. That's what I was talking about. Them spirits that can kind of come and take over somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have the proper protection, or you don't, you kind of got your ori, or your crown is opened up, or maybe even the yoni or whatever. I'm saying, like, they can walk in and just kind of take you over. Like, it's a real thing. And I mean a real thing. And for someone else asked a question about the herbs. I think this is it right here. Yeah, bum. I'm not sure what Uncle Hank's talking about, but I do know it's probably some sort of, we call it omiero. Omiero is like a very powerful herb concoction that's utilized for a lot of different types of ceremonies in the Yoruba Isheshe tradition. So I'm assuming it would be some sort of, omiero, or some sort of herbal concoction that kind of can be used for that. But sisters are powerful, so powerful that when they're ministrating, like technically you're not supposed to do certain really a lot of rituals or work with your shrines, you know, in the Yoruba tradition when you're ministrating, because that power is so powerful that you know you don't want to do that, like, because it's kind of like, it sounds like what you're just sharing with the brothers being brokenhearted. Sisters are so powerful that you know they can't even like tend to the shrines during that time, because their power is that powerful that it can throw things off and activate some things that don't need to be activated. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
So that's a real thing,
That's in
huh?
every culture then.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because
yes,
in Islam, they tell them they're not supposed to come and pray or fast while they're on their menstrual cycle.
yeah, man.
Yo,
That's the power of the
I've
mother.
seen in ayahuasca circles a sister come in and she don't tell nobody she's on her moon, and she sucks up all the healing energy in the circle. And then, you know, it's like somebody should have screened it before. It's in a Western society, we have lost protocol. So that is why if a woman is on her moon cycle, on her menses, you know, I've had some feminists say, "Oh, I'm on my menses. So how come I can't come to the ceremony?" It's because you suck up all the energy of healing that will go to the other people.
Mm,
So this is reality. What you said, Aoife Stone.
mm,
Also, family, prepare yourself spiritually before you go into any ayahuasca ceremony,
mm,
any entheogenic ceremony, because we are here in America are known by the planet to be separated from our hearts.
mm,
Before you do any kind of entheogen, follow the protocols of whatever comes up and say, "I'm sorry.
mm,
Please forgive me. I love you.
mm,
Thank you." And this is just the beginning, because the advanced cultures in South America, Central America, the Caribbean, Shango Baptist Church acknowledgement, you can go into those trance states and do battles and impact people physically from the trance battles or attacks
mm,
in those trance states.
mm.
So we are very much like babies on the planet right now.
Yeah.
The reason women don't cook food during their menses because they become a black hole and suck the life force out of the food before it's served to the men and children of the
Mm,
community or the family. This is real. But how do you harness that? That's what has to be taught. The older women were supposed to teach the younger women the protocols.
mm.
What happens if you go to a ceremony wearing a dress versus wearing pants?
Mm. You know what? That's a dope segue. If y'all don't mind, I'm gonna bring the guide up real quick because I want to share just a part of it, and then I'm gonna drop the link if anybody's interested in getting their Egungun Sacred Ancestral Shadow Work Healing Guide, because that's a major part of what I talk about in there is about like really doing the shadow work, but then also incorporating the ancestors, you know what I'm saying, as a part of that. And I'm gonna share just one page of it real quick because I feel like it falls right in alignment with what we're talking about. If I can get the internet to work properly, because it's taking a long time. Here we go. Let me see. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it?
Uh,
Yeah, we see it. Shadow
Okay.
work. Ooh.
So
What
let me
is
see. I'm
shadow
trying to
work
get the
in
page too.
ancestral healing?
Okay,
So that's
wait a minute.
important.
I can't. I'm trying to find the right page that went back to what we were talking about. I could barely see it. I don't know if y'all
I
can
can see it. You have to go full screen on a
Okay.
laptop.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to see. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this app.
You go up to the upper left and then view. You amplify the view.
So can y'all see it?
Yeah, I see it, but it's small. I
Yeah.
say,
I'm
what
gonna
is
have to.
shadow work in
Oh, I know
ancestral
what it is. I
healing?
gotta switch the screen. Well, that ain't it.
Shadow work is a practice of bringing
Nope, that ain't right either. Oh well. I think
a
because it's three of us. Because I remember when you had me on your show, you had me highlighted and you had like, you know what I'm saying, you was to the side small, but because it's three of us, I think that's probably why.
I
But
can see it. You want me to read it?
yeah, that's go ahead.
Shadow work is the practice of bringing hidden, unconscious,
Suppressed
suppressed
aspects
of
of
ourselves
ourselves.
into conscious awareness.
Right.
When applied to ancestral connection, it means recognizing patterns you have inherited but didn't choose, healing wounds passed down through generations, releasing what no longer serves while honoring what strengthens, creating new patterns that honor your lineage and your truth. Why shadow work matters for ancestral connection. You cannot fully connect with your uh, elevated ancestors while carrying unhealed wounds, unexamined patterns, or unprocessed grief. Shadow work creates the clarity and emotional capacity needed for genuine ancestral alignment. Benefits of this practice: break cycles of trauma, fear, and limitation, access ancestral wisdom without inheriting ancestral pain, develop discernment between your voice and inherited voices. That's powerful.
Oh, you
Create
got some damn good eyes, man.
I've been Gable.
I'm sitting there struggling like, man. And I got my contacts in and everything, man. Nah, I appreciate you, but no, that's a real thing, man. Like, but I don't know how many of us like ever actually. I can say I know a lot of us do it, but know how significant it is to think about doing some of those things because sometimes even if it comes to things like alcoholism or drug addiction or what I'm saying, like emotional mental health, like things that a lot of stuff is passed down genetically that we're not even aware of. So it's really an unconscious trait or attribute or characteristic that we carry with us that we had no idea that was actually a part of, of us. So it's like it's a real thing that we've been talking about in the private community about working towards, because when you talk about going in any type of like initiation, right? I don't care what kind of spiritual practice it is. It could be comedic, it could be whatever, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't like been guided or you haven't been taught like how to go into do that shadow work, you're bringing yourself into a whole nother realm with a whole nother level of powerful deities and energies and entities that can, what I'm saying, it could throw everything off. Just like what we were talking about with the sisters, what I'm saying, when they're on the minstrel. Like that's how I feel like shadow work aspect comes into us elevating within our sacred, spiritual journeys. So if we don't do that work, we putting ourselves kind of at a disadvantage or a disservice, because now we're going into elevating certain levels of our frequency or certain levels of our spirituality, but we haven't done the healing or what I'm saying, like took care of the parts that was like an open wound, like going into it. So it's almost like going into some type of spiritual ceremonial elevation, like ministrating, because we still have the spiritual blood, what I'm saying, it's kind of being like shed off of us without properly healing it, by doing the shadow work. So it's a real deep subject matter that I think that a lot of us should be tapping into, and I'm not sure how many of us are actually tapping into.
And a lot of us have gifts. I had an ex-girlfriend, we friends to this day, and she had been through a lot of stuff. Most of us go through trauma in childhood, from conception to 7 or 9 or whatever, but we got a lot of pain, and sometimes we project our pain on others through our actions. She told me, she said, she told me, she said, "I got special powers." I said, "What you talking about, girl?" She said, one day I was at the park and I was upset, and I saw this girl riding on the swings, and I focused on her until she fell off the swing and broke her leg. I was like, and I laughed, and she said, I laughed and I was so happy. This is the kind of, we're in a jungle of a prison planet down here that folks can, if you don't do your protection, you can get jacked up by somebody's misdirected pain. And I was like, that means you got superpowers. And every time I tried to play Monopoly with her, she would whoop me like nobody's business. And to this day now, she's a millionaire. Not everybody's the same.
Mm,
Men are not the same, women are not the same. Some people come down here on this planet with very special supernatural abilities, and they
mm.
don't have to wear it openly. They can work on that night shift
Oh yeah. Yeah.
and make things for their benefit or to assist. Like I know a brother who is a supernatural. He's literally a voodoo priest, but he's a technical scientist.
Mm.
And I just had a conversation with
That's a
him.
hell of a combination.
Yeah. and he doesn't and he don't have nothing on to make him look like a voodoo priest, but he's
Right.
a high-end voodoo priest, and he knows how to maintain life and take life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is somebody I know in person. This is
Yeah.
no movie set, no YouTube. This is somebody in real time that have these abilities. And I know other Babalaos, and funny thing is they're in my family. I got a witch doctor in my family. I got a Babalao in my family. And they say, if you ever have a problem, you can come over here because we'll take care of it for you. And
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you. But, you keep that lock and loaded for very special occasions.
Yeah.
But you never know, family, what the message is. You never know what abilities
Yeah.
people have. Don't assume. Assume is the word assume, ASU.
Yeah.
Don't assume, because you don't know who knows supernatural abilities, especially where the planet is right now.
That's
Where
a
the
real
planet
thing.
is right now, our supernatural X-men, X-women abilities are awakening, and that trap door can't be closed. It's cracking open by the rafters. We have supernatural abilities. Know
Yeah.
it. Ye are gods.
Yeah.
Know it. Own it. But there are some people out here, like I'm gonna share this. Lester Lovin. Yo, when he was a child, he shared. He got hit by a car and started levitating until his mama grabbed him by the arm and brought him back to the earth.
Mm.
Okay? You don't know what supernatural powers people have,
Yeah.
with or without crystals. There's
Yeah.
been people that tell me they went to ceremonies and seen somebody walk through the walls. You don't know what people have. People have gifts.
Listen.
They can touch your stuff and make it disappear. You wonder where your amulets are. You wonder where your orgone is. I can't tell you how many people orgone has disappeared because they wasn't acting right, or their
Yeah.
crystals broke on people because they didn't act right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people out here that looks human, but they have supernatural abilities, family.
Yeah.
Best believe it.
That's a real
Best
thing.
believe it.
And I'm
Be
gonna tell
careful,
you.
because this is a Dodge City, and they can blow you away, or they can bless you up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I had there's been times I've divined for people that was doing some things. I'm like, you got to be careful, man, because you don't know who knows what, who knows how to do what, and when they can and will do whatever it is that they want to do, that you might not have enough protection or enough power to stop. You got to be very careful.
Bingo.
Very powerful people out here, man. And everybody ain't walking around flexing, you know what I'm saying? Just like shining, like you said about the voodoo tech master. Like, everybody ain't moving around like that. So you got to be very careful on who you dealing with and how you dealing with them. And I'm gonna tell you, shout out to King Karu out of Orion's Oracle, because I got this mask from King. And
That's a
King
beautiful
is
mask, man.
King is a force, bro. Like, I'm telling you right now, I might have met maybe 3 forces in my life, and King is by far, he is a force, bro. When I open the door to his store, I bullshit you not. I tell you no lie, bro. I promise you on everything. Like, when I opened the door to his store, it felt like a gust of wind, like woof, just hit me.
I'm surprised you ain't
I
had a
live in
moment.
Florida, so people in Florida know what that tropical storm, hurricane, force winds feel like. Bro, when I opened the door to his store and walked in, I promise you, it felt like I walked into the middle of a tropical storm. Like, yo, what the? I'm like, what? Bro, when he walked out, I swear it was like Jesus walked out like walking on water, bro. You talking about moths to a light. Everybody in that store gravitated around this dude. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life or after in my life, where a person had that much power in one body, bro. I'm talking about, it was unbelievable to me. But I say all that to say, the brother told me that he walks through cars. When he told me he walks through cars, I'm not about to argue with this dude, because I just felt hurricane force winds when I walked in the store. So the man tell me he walked through cars, and goddamn it, the man walked through cars. I ain't gonna sit here and argue with him. Like, I ain't got time for that.
That's
and
right.
I know for a fact, I know some elders that share stories with me about Babalaos, or just different high priests or priests, whatever the case may be, that had the ability to walk through walls or walk through cars and do all that. I know for a fact one of my teachers can see everything. He don't need no shells, no Ikin, no Opele. He don't need nothing. He can see it all with this right here, bro. I know it because he done called me and told me some ish that I was in the middle of doing. So I know for a fact how real that is. Like for
I
real.
believe you, bro. I
I'm
believe you.
telling you. So
So
it's
you
like you gotta be careful.
give reverence to everybody because you
Yes.
don't know who you rolling up on.
Sure don't.
They don't have to wear it on their shoulders. It's like
Mm-mm.
in that movie called Devil's Advocate. He said
Yep.
Rob Al Pacino's character said, you know, make yourself so that you can just be in the crowd and nobody sees you.
Yes.
There's some serious supernatural ninjas out here, family,
Mhm.
and you may brush shoulders with them at any given moment. And if you're not in tune, you would never know. You'd never see it coming.
Facts. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's real, man. It's been a heck of a barbershop talk, man. We done went about 2 hours and we ain't even had Doc on with us, but hey, that's what we do. So, we take lemons and make lemonade, man. We had a little technical difficulties, schedule difficulties, all that. We pushed through and keep it making it do what it do. So with that, before we get out of here, man, y'all got anything y'all want to share with the tribe? Because we all gotta ante up and rejuvenate to be back in this thing tomorrow, do it again.
I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. I want to thank you for being alive. Thank you for being blessed to be born because you can be conceived nowadays and don't be born. So thank you for being born. Thank you for being here with us. We cherish you. We need you. We appreciate you. And big hug, aura hugs to everybody. Aura hug to everybody. The spirit of Ubuntu. Thank you, Ascended Masters, Tahuti, Imhotep, Ptahotep, Akhenaten, Yahshua, Mary Magdalene, Black Madonna, Lady Buddha, Buddha, Lady Krishna, Krishna, Saint Germain, Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Simeon Toko, Sheikh Ibrahim. Thank you to all the Ascended Masters, Enoch, Elijah, Muhammad. Thank you. Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Thank you, Harriet Tubman. Thank you. El Haj Malik El Shabazz. Thank you. White Buffalo Calf Woman, Quetzalcoatl. Thank you. Thank you. Forces of Nature. Thank you. Elegba, Oshun, Yemaya, Oya, Ologun, Shango, Orumila, Ogun. Thank you. Thank you to the Sea of Life. We thank you and we thank you. We cherish you. We love you in the spirit of Ubuntu. Ashe Mahalo, Donadawa Do. Amen.
I say. Oh, shout out to Washita Wellness Center. That look, there go the receipts right there. Washita Wellness Center, they experience the same thing. Like that goes to show just how real. Like I said, I wasn't exaggerating, bro. And that's not the first time that I've shared that story and somebody else was online or somebody else shared with me that they've experienced it. Like it's a real thing. So we got to be very careful.
You gonna get them on?
Look what he said on here. Look what the comment is. He has a sign. You see that? Family, read that.
That's what I was just talking about. That's what I said. Like, it's a real thing. Like, I don't exaggerate, man. I call it how I see it. I don't exaggerate. I don't give nobody nothing more. I don't take nothing away from nobody. I do my best to call it exactly how I see it, bro. Like, that's a receipt right there. That's somebody who just experienced his store or just went to his store and had the same experience. So I'm telling you,
gonna get them on?
Huh?
You gonna get them on?
I need to holler at him. I ain't talked to King in a long time. I'm gonna reach out. He be busy because I know Orion Oracle, as far as when I met him, that wasn't the only store. I think he had
he got like 3 or 4 stores.
Vegan restaurants and all that too, yeah. But I'm gonna holler at him, man. I'll holler at him, see if I can get a hold of him for sure. If I can get him all here, of course. If anybody has access to him, that can make it happen.
About the dragon.
Huh?
We can have that conversation about the dragon with him.
Man, listen, you can have a conversation about anything with him. King is a force, bro. I'm telling you, I to this day, and no disrespect, because I done met some very powerful other forces before, but I'm just telling you, like, that dude, man, I've never met anything like him before. Like, it was crazy. And it was all love, too, man. Like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he gave me that mask, if I'm not mistaken. He gave the Young Kings a couple of chains and stuff. It was a phenomenal experience, man. Phenomenal. Very powerful, brother. Very powerful, brother. But, Stone, you got anything you want to leave the tribe with before we got it?
We're going to run it back tomorrow.
I should.
Peace, Uncle Hank.
Yes, sir.
That was Aries for you.
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man, and keep doing what you're doing,
man.
because definitely making big things happen, man. Not just here on our channel, but on his channel and Stone's channel, and everywhere he go, he's doing big things. So I appreciate it. Appreciate you for not being a gatekeeper and for sharing the love and making the connections and all that good stuff, man. So tribe, I appreciate all y'all for coming through and doing what y'all do. And yeah, we'll definitely see y'all again tomorrow night at 9 p.m. A little under about 22 hours away. We'll see y'all again with Dr. Phil Valentine, family. So we appreciate all the love, support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to all 3 channels. And yeah, we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Peace.
I got one question.
Yes, sir.
What you mean when you say glad you not a gatekeeper? What does that mean?
You know what that means. Come on now.
No, because like gatekeeping, I would think somebody at a gate, they let people come in and they let people go out. Like a zoo. But if somebody's a gatekeeper and only letting, that's almost like saying some lowly soul says, I'm in charge of the bathroom and nobody can go in. Are you talking about like that kind of a gatekeeper?
I say it like this. There are some people who, if they have access to certain information or certain relationships or certain opportunities, they're gonna wave you on like a matador boy, like, hey, come and get this, come and get it, it's all yours. I'm gonna give it to you. Here you go, da da da. And then there's other people who, if they are in the same position, they're going to try to put up a brick wall. I'm talking about like a damn wall around a prison, like to make sure that you can't even come close to getting through that door, let alone actually being welcomed to come through the door. And so you're not one of those. You're the first one. So I give thanks and gratitude to you for being willing to do just that, because there's not, everybody don't move like that. So me and Stone, that's why we move the way we move, because we both been pretty similar from the time we met. We met doing this in real life. Like, I'm not an online guy. I'm online because the ancestors told me to come here, but I do this for real in real life. I'd rather do it that way than online. And when I do it the same way. Like, I keep it a buck and just be real to people, and do what I came to do. But everybody don't move like that. So for you, I'm giving gratitude and thanks because you do.
Yeah, I'm from a generation. We had another name for that. What they call it, blocker. Sometimes they put another word on the front. Say, oh, that person's a C blocker or a D blocker or a info blocker. Those are the miserable, ratchet, lowly souls. Won't tell you if it's daylight, night light, or anything. Yeah, that's a blocker. Blockhead, like from Gumby. Remember Gumby? And his arch enemy was the blockhead. That's a blocker. Okay, so I got it now. Thank you. Language is funny, man. Language is funny.
Yeah. But that's what I was getting at when I was saying, gratitude for you not being one of those. So that's definitely what we do. No, Star Trinity said, is he in Tampa? No, he's in South Carolina. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it's is it Charleston? I think he's in Charleston. I think he's in Charleston. Just Google Star Trinity, Google Orion's Oracle. It'll pull up. Because it's been years since I've been to his store. I'm talking about maybe almost 10 years now, if I'm not mistaken. It was the very first time I saw Professor Kaba live. I went to see him, I think it was in Charleston, either Charleston or Columbia, but King's store was in the vicinity of where Professor Kaba's event was at. So we took the trek over there, man, and chop it up with him and bought a bunch of stuff. But yeah, he's powerful. So yeah, it's definitely in South Carolina, I want to say. I think it's Charleston, but don't quote me. But Google Orion's Oracle, and if I'm not mistaken, you can find him on Instagram as well. Orion's Oracle, I think is the name of his channel too. So I'll reach out to King and see if I can get a hold of him, get him on here too, hopefully. But yeah, Uncle, I appreciate you, man. So I look forward to doing it again tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody. Big aura hug, and we see you tomorrow. So what colors are tomorrow? Today's red and white. What you got for tomorrow, man?
Look, tomorrow my talent day, so I probably rock all white or a lot of white. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Look, wherever the spirit leads me to, man. I can't call it. I ain't gonna lie. I don't really plan it. I just kind of whatever kind of tickles my fancy. I just throw it on.
All right, so do it with the same style you did it, because this is a refreshing break from the routine I usually do. So I want to acknowledge everybody, audience. Hey, I see you, family. I see you out there. Agnes, Sandy, the whole family, I see you out there. And thank you again.
Wasn't here heavy, man. Absolutely. No, I appreciate you too. So we're gonna make it happen, man. So I'm gonna definitely make sure we get it popping tomorrow night with Dr. Valentine, man. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. We out, family. Peace.
Udabo.
Ẹni tó gbàgbé ilé ṣàpò ìyàgbọ́ tẹ́ntẹ́ ní takisá ní tàtàn ò bá padà sílé anítìjàkọ ẹja lọ pé eégún mo ṣe ní gbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́. Forsake not your ancestors and pray.